Whoa, this beast throws down 1,088 horsepower and rockets 0 to 100 kilometers per hour in about 4.2 seconds. And the real shock comes when you see what's inside. That's not a typo, that's not a concept sketch from a Marvel movie, that's a production-ready monster called the M-Hero 1. And by the time I'm done breaking this thing down, you're either going to be jealous of China's car tech or questioning every single purchase you've ever made at a dealership in the States. All right, buckle up. I'm about to walk you through the M-Hero 1, the look that makes it feel like a military tank dipped in cologne, the buttons and screens that'll make you whisper "no way" under your breath, and the price reveal that might just make you choke on your iced coffee. Let's roll. First impressions, the exterior. Imagine if a Humvee and a G-Wagon had a baby, then dressed it up for a runway show in Milan. That's the M-Hero 1 vibe. Bold, boxy, unapologetic, and flexing harder than a dude who just got his first gym membership. The front grille is massive, squared off and accented with thick chrome bars that look like they were stolen from a vault door. The headlights, not round, not oval, sharp rectangle stacked vertically like skyscraper windows with a light signature that screams "move or get blinded." The hood is tall and flat with subtle sculpting that makes it look armored. Fender flares sit wide over 22-inch alloys available in stealth black or diamond cut finishes. And let's talk stance. This SUV doesn't just sit, it looms. At 4,987 millimeters long, 2,080 millimeters wide, and nearly 1,935 millimeters tall, it's larger than a Cadillac Escalade in presence, but somehow feels sleeker thanks to clean lines and flush handles. The side profile is pure flex. Flat body panels, blacked out B-pillars for a floating roof look, and side steps that are actually functional. No cheap plastic decoration here. Now, out back, the taillights stretch across the width of the SUV like a glowing red blade. Seriously, it looks like a lightsaber stuck on the tailgate. The rear bumper is chunky with skid plates that could probably take a hit from a shopping cart army at Walmart and not flinch. And paint options? Think military green, matte gray, glossy black, and a pearlescent white that looks like it belongs in a sci-fi movie. If this thing pulled up in front of your local Costco, every other SUV would suddenly feel like a minivan. Now, let's crack it open and step inside. And here's where the envy kicks in. The cabin is half private jet, half command center. First thing you see, screens everywhere. The driver gets a fully digital instrument cluster, the center houses a massive touchscreen angled toward you, and the passenger gets their own display so they can DJ, watch TikToks, or argue about directions without reaching over. The seats? Thickly bolstered, wrapped in quilted Napa leather with contrast stitching, and here's the kicker. They're heated, ventilated, and massaging. Yeah, massaging. The kind of feature you expect in a six-figure Mercedes, not a Chinese SUV brand you've never heard of last year. The steering wheel is chunky, flat-bottomed, with touch controls and paddle shifters, while the center console houses a row of aircraft-style toggle switches that make you want to flip them just because they click so satisfyingly. Audio system, you get a premium surround sound setup with speakers tucked into the A-pillars, doors, and even in the ceiling. Think of it as having a portable Coachella in your cabin minus the overpriced water bottles. Storage is smart too. Hidden compartments under the center armrest, wireless chargers tucked in spots you don't expect, and cup holders that can chill or heat your drink. You read that right. Cup holders with climate control. Tesla gives you fart noises, this gives you a cold Coke. Advantage? M-Hero. And the tech, man, it's dripping with it. Intelligent interactive cockpit with voice assistant, over-the-air updates, 5G connectivity, and off-road drive modes selectable with just a tap. Snow, sand, rock, mud. It's got presets for terrains you probably won't even see, but hey, it's fun to pretend. The vibe is overbuilt luxury, like they crammed in everything they could just to flex on Western brands. Practicality? For all its muscle, this is still a family hauler. With a long 2,950mm wheelbase, the rear seats are spacious enough for NBA players. No knees brushing the back of the seat here. Cargo space swallows groceries, camping gear, or the entire seasonal aisle of Target. This isn't a cramped crossover pretending to be useful. It's a legit family SUV. Now, powertrain, this is where it goes nuts. You can pick between a full EV version and a range extender hybrid. The EV packs up to 800 kilowatts. That's 1,088 horsepower with instant torque that'll embarrass sports cars at traffic lights. Range sits in the 400 to 500 kilometer zone, depending on spec, which is wild given the size. Charging is fast too, with DC capability that'll juice you from 30 to 80% while you're still sipping your Starbucks. If you go hybrid, you get the peace of mind of a small petrol generator feeding the battery, which means longer trips without range anxiety. Okay, let's talk money. This is the moment where Americans usually laugh at Chinese cars, but hear me out. In Europe, this SUV's been spotted around 170,000 euros, basically Mercedes G-Class money. But in China, starting prices came in way lower. That means for Chinese buyers, you're getting Escalade power, G-Wagon luxury, and Tesla tech for way, way less than the Western equivalent. That's the real kicker, and also the catch, because import and regulation change everything. Safety matters too. The M-Hero 1 is packed with airbags, a reinforced chassis, and every driver assist acronym you can think of: lane keep, collision avoidance, adaptive cruise. But here's the issue. Global crash ratings take time, and this is still new. If you're in the US, you can't exactly stroll into a dealer and grab one, and even if you could, would NTHSA give it 5 stars? That's the unanswered question. And here's the controversy. Would you actually trust a 100,000 plus Chinese SUV with your family's safety? Service networks, battery longevity, software support, all open questions. It's the kind of SUV that makes you drool, but also makes you wonder, what's the catch? Would you hand your car keys and your kids' car seats to a brand new player in the global SUV market? That's the debate I want to see in the comments. So here's the wrap-up. The M-Hero 1 is flashy on the outside, luxurious inside, insanely powerful under the hood, and surprisingly practical for families. It's the kind of car that makes you jealous of Chinese buyers while we're over here debating whether the new iPhone needs a different charger or whether Taylor Swift will make it to the next Chiefs game. So what do you think? Future family car or future flop? Drop your hot takes below. Don't be shy. I read every comment. And if you're enjoying this ride with me, hit subscribe, smash that like button, and ring the bell. It helps more than you know. Next video, we're putting this beast side by side with a Land Rover to see which one's actually worth your money. You don't want to miss that.